didn't realize my mic and everything is already live. Why is everything not working on here? There we go. There we go. I thought I thought I was all muted. Yeah, let's just pretend I haven't started this quickly. Hold on. Okay, cool. Just gonna post the link to this in. Oh my gosh. This one. This was a bit of a spontaneous stream, so bear with me. Bear with me for one moment. Does that link work? Oh my god. Oop. I should just stop talking at this point. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, so that is now posted into the group. Let's bring the group over here. Let's just make that a bit smaller. Alright, cool. That is me. Okay, let's have a look at the charts. So, yeah, what timing for that today. I was on a call when it all happened, and we were just watching it like, oh, where's it gonna stop? I didn't realize quite how far down this had gone. But yeah, some really interesting price action actually today. Like that was, yeah, kind of crazy earlier on. We got that bounce, came right into, whoops, if we have a look at it, where did we come into? Of course, it was right into the golden pocket. Heavy rejection off of that. Tried to hold this weekly here, and then, yeah, really by the time it came down here, yeah, like as soon as you lost that low, with all of what was going on, with this trend line and these levels having to hold, yeah, just stop losses, liquidations the whole way down until we come into this daily level just here. Now there's not a huge amount technical. I'm just having a look at this now. Let's have a look over here. So I'm not really, there wouldn't have been a point of control or anything here. Yeah. Yeah, so really it's just, it's a bit of a weird daily level actually, but this is like the reference level for where we have bounced on Bitcoin anyway. So if we go on to the daily chart, over here, just from having a very quick look on the chart on where my levels are, this is the best the best one I can find. Yeah, it's not really, it's washed through it, it's come below it once, and now we're testing it again. So we do have these lows that it almost seems like we're moving from this trend, and you could possibly say that something more like this is forming. So we just have this range with just these, as long as these highs are holding. The problem is if we start taking out these, then yeah, that's when things start to get a little bit messy on the macro. But yeah, interesting kind of interesting price action. Alina, Luke never let us down streaming at the most crucial times. Yeah, I'm a little bit late to this. I would have, I would have possibly been able to stream a little bit earlier, but yeah, people, we had some good calls today within the group with some people, and yeah, that was all good fun. Yeah, so at the moment we'll just see if it can get back above these highs. So we're at pretty important resistance right now, actually. I always seem to only stream when like after things have dumped. When things are pumping, I'm just like, yeah, no one needs me. When things have dumped, then maybe that's the time when yeah, things are a bit more important. It's easy to stream when everything's pumping and be like, yeah, this looks good, this looks good, this looks good. But when we get moves down like this, then I think it's a bit more important to try and get online for everyone. It's a 10% move. Whoa! I did not realize quite how far down we had gone. Cool. Just looking at the comments. Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome to everyone who is already in our amazing trading community, and welcome to anyone who is not already in our amazing trading community. If you are not, then please do come and join us. I will do the usual thing of posting the Discord link into the description here. I could also post the website link because we have a new website that has gone live today, which is very exciting. But I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. Cool, we can lose that level. Luke posts in Bitcoin section, the value area taken from the all-time high still staying in the value area. We are in the channel 2 weeks already. Oh, is this something I was going over? Because I was going over this on the video today, so the morning update. That would be really interesting if we've hit the value area low of this. No, not quite, because that's where we got the rejection from earlier, was this value area high. And we had our range value area high. So let's just have a look at this, because this has moved a lot since this morning. So I probably have to look back at where my levels were this morning, because if our value area high earlier on was higher until we had this move down, yeah, we've got a little, like a high volume node coming in here. Let's see the value area from this. So I think right now, okay, macro. So we come right to the edge of, you'd almost say that kind of with this bell curve being like it is, you could almost call these like the major edges of that. There's not a whole lot of volume underneath or above on either of those. So yeah, we came right up to the edge of where that perceived value is. Anything below there is just it quite quickly drops off on the volume. So yeah, at this stage, like losing this would not be very good. Throwaway. Hi Luke, could you take a look at BZRX BTC? I did take a look at that just before I came live. Yeah, that's actually, every time I'm live during a dump, we have this swing failure pattern when we're live. Maybe we'll do it again. Yeah, I'll look at that in just a minute. Yeah. Yeah, hold on just a moment and I will take a look at that for you. I just want to get an idea of the profile for what's going on here, just to find. I mean, it's a nice bounce so far, but I do think we probably come back down to these lows. Just because of what's here. So if I were just to take a guess at what could happen at the moment, is that we've got some resistance coming in around here. I think we could probably see it kind of just really hang out a bit down the lows here again. Maybe do something like it was doing around here. Doesn't look like this is going to V-shape here. That's That's what I'm saying, because there's quite a lot of damage with like these two lows here are both going to be important. Like market structure locally has changed now. I would expect a test back down at some point. Like the best case we can get right now would be if we got a bounce up here and then started to hold around this area. Yeah, but I think the speed of the move down, I think it's quite likely that we do come back down and see these lows. It just doesn't look like it's going to V-shape. And what that will do, which would be quite nice, is that so the alts that are getting their bounces now, if they make those lower highs now, which I think again is quite likely, then that's when we can start to see this rotation out. I do think a lot of alts we are going to see a rotation out of Ethereum and some of the other big alts that have been moving. I've been saying that all day. I think it's time. Like I said enough time today that volatility was coming. We didn't know what direction that would be. So it was very clear from where we were earlier that we were going to get a big move in one direction or another. The fact that it's down probably helps that rotation out of the altcoins a bit more. I think if we got a move up, then just dollar pairs would not be too badly affected. I think this will put a stop to a few things. Like there's nice bounces going on, but it's now when we start to come back into resistance on some of these altcoins like Ethereum that we can start to then see a more drawn out correction starting to happen. We'll have to see how Bitcoin goes, because now I'm probably more bullish on Bitcoin. I think the bounces on alts are better at the moment, but I think Bitcoin's in a good area. I don't know. I'm just kind of saying random thoughts at the moment. Yeah. Slow bleed out of alts, rotate into Bitcoin, then Bitcoin moves up. That'll be nice. We'll still get some nice moves up. I still think Litecoin looks really good. So Litecoin's come back into a nice area here. Litecoin on the US dollar chart was really nice. So we've had this back test of this daily level after breaking out. We've come back into these lows. So yeah, Litecoin to get that, even that hourly close above this daily is good. So if Litecoin can continue to hold here, that looks nice. I do think there is more upside on Litecoin, possibly. Although again, Litecoin everything's just 420, isn't it? Like, it's where the whole market is going to. It's just getting a bit silly now. Link was a really, really nice bounce there off of Link. Yeah, to come into this weekly level, the golden pocket that we've got here, and just take out all of these lows and come back to our previous support, previous resistance, sorry, here. So that's Link's looking good. I still am looking for this $56 target. Okay, Bitcoin dominance was making a little inverse head and shoulders, and now might be making a bigger one. So maybe we end up saying something like this. So we start to have a bleed out of alts as Bitcoin comes down, and then we have the big rotation with Bitcoin maybe breaking to new all-time highs after that. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I do quite like what the Bitcoin dominance chart is doing here. Cool. Yeah, anyway, BZRX BTC throwaway, you asked about that. Here you go. Yep, right onto this monthly, which is way lower than we thought it would go. This is the thing, you have all these local targets and then it's so easy to forget the macro. But like, yeah, this looks like that looks a pretty good buy to me. It has changed market structure for the first time in over a year. Yeah, it's changed market structure for the first time in almost a year. From like these major highs, it couldn't get above any of those previously. So yeah, getting moved there, and then it kind of clears the way for more upside on that. That is a really, really nice level to bounce off of. Again, you have this weekly and this monthly together here. So that looks really good. This is basically where my entry was on this. Yeah, that's looking really nice actually. Really. That's probably the best alt I've seen. Nicer than Link, nicer than Litecoin. The confluence that you've got there looks really good. What did Cardano do? Not a lot. So Cardano held up really well. Surprisingly well. Just took these lows, that's about it. Hasn't even bothered coming back to its previous all-time high, so that's really very bullish on Cardano. Algo. Haven't looked at Algo for a while. So we hit that monthly level that we were looking at. Didn't realize it had done that. Yeah. Chat's gone really quiet. Someone say something in the chat. I'm just talking to myself. What's AVAX? Bow. God, it's been so long since I've looked at some of these alts. Hello, chat. Anybody there? "25th Legacy" said something. Get. Samuel quote, "We're just mesmerized by a posh accent." Man. I really like this on BNB as well. I'm still holding this short, and I've added to this short today. Oh, that's a decent bounce. yeah, I'd still like to see something like this play out on BNB. What's going on this one? Cozy came up into this monthly and now is back down at this weekly. CRV is another one that's held up really nicely as well. CRV looks really good. Let's lose all of this nonsense. This looks great actually, CRV. For this weekly being like basically the last. Oh yeah, of course all the of course it's all going to be down there. So I'm on log as well. I keep everything ends up on log, which is okay when you're looking at alts, but dot back in the range again. There you go. Took all the lows apart from the main one. Dot looks nice, but it's already like bouncing like crazy. EOS. EOS looks good. Everything's just come into the golden pocket. File. Yeah, finally this looks like it's done. Yes. FLM's up on the day. Yeah. FLM's really good. I think FTM is another one that looks really, had a really nice, yeah. GRT being GRT. Don't talk to yourself. Let's get some hype. Shiba Inu, please. Oh man, do I have to do this Shiba Inu chart? Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. I like Carver. I think Carver's good. I think Link looks really good. I think Litecoin looks fairly decent. Cardano looks good. VRA. Let's discuss why I don't have any beer next to you. Oh, it's I've got so much. I'm not I'm not on the beer tonight. It's a Monday night. So yeah, I am instead drinking a nice cup of tea. So yeah, in a big mug, big cup. No, I didn't look at Doge, did I? It's because it's obvious that that's going down. Oh, but what did I draw yesterday? What did I say? If we come back to the lows, this is when we were up here. I said if we come back to revisit the lows, that would be a really nice long. And we are back at the lows. So Doge, little doggy coin, is still a really low risk. Yeah, still a pretty low risk trade here. Getting that second move down. Bet it forms some divergence. Yes. And yes. Yeah, this actually Doge looks good. Oh, Doge looks really good. I was going to look at VRA. Someone asked for VRA. Veracity, is that it? I'll look at the tether pair. Someone must have asked me this last week. Maybe the Bitcoin pair will give us more. There's nothing on that. VRA BTC. It's just in a range, isn't it? Like for this, you'd just have to be looking at it's not done anything that you'd want it really to do. You've had the lows swept and you got the bounce off of that, which came into a nice area. So everything technical out of this has kind of played out. So you had that bounce and then you came back to your reference low here. So you took these lows, you come back into it, then you get a bounce off of that, and now you're coming back down again. Yeah, you'd say at this point that's the thing. I guess if you're asking about veracity, then you're not really looking at trading. I would have thought, like, why would you? There's no like. Yeah, you don't really trade these assets. They're just spot positions, aren't they? I guess so. Again, resistance here. I'd say at this point it's looking more bearish, this one, because every time it hits resistance and it's retracing way further than the moves up have been getting. So you're just then creating like a really quite nasty downtrend here, which is just getting much deeper moves down than it's getting on the way back up. You'd have to wait for a change in market structure on this, or just for it to form any kind of anything useful. It's just not really doing anything useful for me. It's not something I would trade. Yeah, that 420 ETH short played very well. If I wasn't is it these times where like you can see, I don't know, like I could post, well, everyone knows I shorted Ether 4,200. I'm not in that short anymore, so that was a really nice trade. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't stay in it, just because of how perfect it was. It's one of those that I do think I kind of do think that high might be in, and I would like it to come back down to $2,500 again. But that would take a pretty massive bear market on ETH for that to happen. So at this stage, for Ethereum to come back down to 2,500, and with the assumption that Bitcoin is going to take back some dominance. Unless Bitcoin drops as well, yeah. I don't think Ethereum is going to come back down to 2,500 that soon. But I do think it's going to come back down to this 0.043 sats area. Whether that's now or later, I think this is now the important level, and actually it could come all the way back down here, or it could just do what alts do and do this. 25th legacy still in the short, ETHUSDT short, nice. I've also got into a long towards the bottom. Yeah, I just had one account open, and when we were getting the move down, I was just busy doing other stuff, so I just quickly was like, oh, that's good, and just switched it. But yeah, I would have done it on another account if I'd have been paying more attention and held on to yeah, held on to that short, I think. Did you ever think you'd be saying Doge looks good a few months ago? Well, yeah. I think that's the crazy thing. It's become tradable, like for the first time in a long time. It's become quite tradable. Like if you look at the technicals on it, in between, that's the wrong coin, isn't it? This one. Yeah, does it not look a bit like this did? Down here. So we can kind of go 30 viewers and only 8 likes. Yes, smash the likes, people. I don't hold any Doge. I haven't held any since annoyingly 18 cents. I sold it around here because I'm stupid. Yeah. Just responding to someone in the. I don't know if you're watching, Anna, but you'd need to send it via ERC20. Oh yeah, Karen's just. Anyway, back to Bitcoin. Let's have a look. I'm not going to stream for very long today. Yeah, I think at this stage, I don't know. We could still see this move up. It'll be interesting to see what's going on here. Come on, XO. Reload. JDG, I'm buying $1,000 of Doge at the bottom of the next bear market, then forgetting about it. Easier said than done, because how will you know when the bottom of the next bear market is? How will you still have the confidence in it then? That's the thing. Like when things are happening as they have in the past, and like everyone knows Ethereum was gonna pump eventually. Everyone knew that it was still a good project. Everyone knows what Doge does. Everyone knows that at some point XRP is going to get a big move up. But who actually buys it at the lows? A very, very small percentage of people. If it was that easy, everyone would be very rich in crypto. Yeah, so easier said than done to say that you'd buy the bear market low, because how do you know when that is? Especially like when Bitcoin so I think when Bitcoin hit its low of the bear market, I think we had another 3 years of BTC pairs getting wrecked against that. So you could have bought it at the Bitcoin pair, the Bitcoin low, which was the low of the bear market. but then it still carried on going down for 3 years after that, even though Bitcoin started going back up again. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's like very easy, like when you make these plans, but write it down and say like, I want to buy, so here you go. This would have been a really good trade actually. I'm pretty bullish on on this alt right now. Yeah, like you could probably quite safely tell yourself if if it does come back down to 0.004 US dollars, I don't think that's likely, but I think if it comes down to, let's say, 6 to 8 cents again, yeah, that would be a fairly decent support. What kind of move down is that? Okay, yeah, 90% move down from here. Do you think that Asia might try to pull us back down to 53k? Yeah, I don't think this is going to V-shape back up. So I went over this like right at the beginning of the stream. So if anyone was watching, I do think we are going to get stopped, probably around here, or even where we are now. Like, whoops. Yeah, this isn't going to V-shape. This is going to come back down and test the lows again, I do think. So There's just not enough support here. So this has to then build. For this to move higher, it has to fill out this range a little bit more, because there's just nothing. Every time we've come through, it's just been really quick moves up and down. So maybe we end up seeing something a bit more like this, where it just starts to fade and then starts to hold, and then we get a move higher. Like, obviously not over that much of a long time, but yeah, I'd be very surprised if there's V shapes now. I do think we probably come back down and test at least down. Yeah, so at least like 45, 50, 54, 500, unless this can push higher, in which case if it comes up to maybe this high before coming back down. It's just almost like it's one of those where people will be way too keen to buy the dip. But yeah, this looks like a nice one. So 54,600, if we do get a move up higher over the next few hours into here, then this would be a nice area, because you've got these lows. So this is the first like reaction low down that we got off of this. So that was the first dip. So then we can come back down, take those lows. Probably what I'm looking for is something around there. And for a rejection somewhere around here. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, even bring that down. Random levels. We'll see how it goes. Like, yeah, you never know. It could V-shape back up. Clearly, if we get back above here, then that's really, really bullish. I just don't think that at this stage that's the most likely scenario. There's just not enough support here yet. It hasn't filled out this area enough for me to be bullish again. But if we do hang around down here for a while and we start to build some divergence, because we will have big CVD divergence against these lows by now, like massive CVD divergence against those lows. We have come into the single print, so you would expect a rejection off of that initially. If it does get into it, then you would think that it would come through all the way to the other side, and then we've got our value area low there. Okay. No. Let's look at the damage at the bottoms. The volume wasn't actually that crazy. There's definitely not like an imbalance of sellers at the lows here. You've got a lot of sellers here. and then this was being heavily bought up. So since then, this actually makes me slightly more bullish. Is if you look at where like actually where the really serious negative delta was, and a lot of short sellers and a lot of people getting stopped out, that was actually quite a long way off from the lows here. So this was being quite heavily bought up, whereas all of this was just a lot of aggressive selling going on. So this could squeeze up, maybe, at least a little bit higher. Yeah, how am I doing with my investment into pulp? Is that on here? Probably not very well. Nah, not very well. I should have held my silly joke coin for a bit longer. Do you think we may be starting to put in a C wave of a large ABC correction? I really need to actually start. See, the thing with like an ABC correction is it needs to be more. There's not really anything corrective about this. Like an ABC correction. I guess a large ABC correction, if that's what you're saying, then yes, maybe. So then you'd have your X, A, B, C. Something like that going on. So yeah, a large one, yes. Locally, there's not any corrective move really going on. But yeah, you could do X. Oops, A, B, C, D as they call it in this. So even if you went 272, you come up to the 7. So we could see that down to back down to the lows of the range again, maybe. Doesn't this look a lot like this as well? So you have your, I know we made this high here, but this does look a little bit like, you got to be aware of some bearish stuff. Or like that kind of thing that we got going on. You could also probably Not really. Is this getting too bearish for people? I'm starting to draw downtrends now. Oh no. Oh, he's got the downtrends out. And you can bring this down to the 414. The low of here. I'll stick with this one here. Alright, let's say if this does get bearish. We got that weekly. We got that weekly. So it's going to take time to get down there. At this point, you consider that daily tested. So you'd probably want it to take all the lows if it's going to take any of them. So it would take out all of these. So this would be our liquidity because daily has been tested. So that would be liquidity there. Let's make this pink. I don't know. JDG, that would be a ridiculous correction for this cycle. I don't know. I don't think it... Well... Yeah, in terms of like time, it would be. Because we've played out this range for long enough that it shouldn't need to come back down here again. This should have like developed enough value within this area. I was gonna do something. Oh yeah. But yeah, we've not yet had anything over. We've not had a 30% correction yet, have we? And if we're looking at 40% or like 36, which is your average for a bull market correction, that takes us down to 38k. Oh, okay, that was 30. Like yeah, realistically, it probably is enough. Like I'm not bearish on. Whoops. I'm not bearish on Bitcoin at all. I think it is still more likely that this does break up, rather than down at this stage. But it's interesting just to draw some bearish stuff on the chart. At least you know what's coming if it does happen. I'm not sure if I like that channel though. Yeah, again, you just wouldn't want to be overexposed up here. It's a nice range if this does keep playing out. And the last time we had a nice range that looked like it was going to roll over, made new all-time highs. And this is a range that does look like it might roll over, so then maybe we might make all-time highs. Yeah, anyway. Best case scenario for alts is it does this. Could this just be finishing a double bottom for the next pump? Yeah, well, it's kind of like a triple bottom double bottom thing, but then we've got a double top as well. So, yeah. We had double top, we had double bottom, we had double top, we had double bottom, we had a double top, and now maybe we'll get a double bottom. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, big 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. No 3 drives pattern. Not that I can see. Oh wait, unless don't make this even more bearish than it needs to be. If you're saying that this is going to be a 3 drives pattern, then that would take us down to that 32k area, which is just, let's not even, no. No 3 drives, no thanks. JDG, when you zoom out, this does look like a halfway pause for this bull run. Yeah, exactly, it does. It looks exactly like this. Like, it looks like one of these, but what happened on both of these is they made much lower lows than what we've made on this range, like significantly bigger capitulations. So we haven't had any like capitulation event on anything yet. It could happen because if alts need to cool down, then they're going to need to capitulate at some point, and then Bitcoin's going to have to take like the dominance that way. Senti, everyone is called 32k at some point. I don't see it happening, but if it does, then fair enough. That would be a very nice place to go long. Yeah, maybe just a sign of the trend towards low volatility over cycles. Yeah, it's going to take a lot more money to push it down that much than it did on the previous cycle. So, and the thing is that what we've had on this cycle is we have just really aggressive moves down. Like, this is taking a lot of capital to move this down. And when you look at all these shorts, so my Exo is frozen. When you look at all these shorts, these aren't, a lot of this isn't just retail being stopped out. This is forced selling from market makers. And on this, that forced selling, this move down, forced selling. And yeah, so the market is being pushed down, and it's taking a lot of money to push it down. Yeah, it's taking billions of dollars at the moment now to push it, just to push this market down, which it has to do. But yeah, the capitulation into BTC dominance rising is what I'm looking at. Yeah, so BTC dominance coming up could happen two ways. Either Bitcoin bounces and breaks out, in which case alts would bleed against it, or Bitcoin gets a really, really brutal move down, and then you can start to look at things like this on stuff like Ethereum. Because at this point, if Bitcoin starts moving down below where it is now, then alts are going to get hammered. This low has to hold, really, I think, for alts to stay healthy. I would like to see where the 21, so Dusty Cahill, the 21 week EMA. EMAs look much more bullish. This is interesting, actually. So we did lose the 10 week. So we lost the 10 week EMA, came back above it, got that open close above it, and then you could consider this to be another test of that. So if we do get a close above it on this week, and if we can get a weekly close above 57,500, so yeah, a weekly close above 57,500, I do think we make all-time highs. But we're a long way off of that. If we get a weekly close below 53,500, then I think we probably come back down a lot lower. So my macro kind of thing. Oh, give me a clean chart, someone. I need a clean chart. I don't have a clean chart. Right. So yeah, I'm going to keep this really simple. Above there, all-time highs. Below the low, we come back down to probably the low of the range, 45. Something like that. 32k was a joke. It is a joke, but imagine if it does happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. What I think is going on here is we are in, like JDG has said, this is the first corrective phase of the major corrective phase of the bull market, and then this will be what you would look at as a bear market low on the next cycle. So however high up we go, remember, actually do this. So once we leave this range, carve this into your head. So wherever the point of control is, when we leave this range, get ready to long that with it. No, don't. But yeah, in a year or two time, when we do come back down to these levels, the point of control of this range, I think, is going to be massive. This is going to be the biggest level for a potential bear market low. So if I was to call where the bear market low will be next year, it will be 57,800. Which gives us a target. Let's say we have a 78% correction or something like that. Wow, this is going high. Okay, let's say volatility decreases and we then have a 70% correction. That still takes us up to 200k this cycle. If we have a 50% correction. Yes, 100 long your house and your entire net worth on the next bear market low at 57,800. Imagine that. That would be great. I wonder as well what happens if you do pull. Or we take it from this whole move up. 56k to 58k. 56. I like 56. Next bear market low, 56, between 56 and 58k. I'm just talking nonsense. But that is actually like, there's something serious about that. Like when you go through something like this, the point of control, when we do eventually come back and back test it, which I do think will be at the next bear market low, because we shouldn't go back into another range. We should just tap the highs of them. So as long as we're bullish, we should just be tapping the tops of the ranges as a back test. But for this being the major range, you'd look for the point of control as the next low, major low to be put in. Cool. I'm gonna probably leave it there. There's not that many people watching tonight. I need to get back on the YouTube algorithms. Super cycle would be awesome. There's all this talk about super cycle, but like even with that, yeah, like even with that, you'd still get a big correction, back down. Yeah, at some point. In before this is the dead cat bounce and the bear market started. Of course it hasn't. This is not a bear market top. If it is, and I know Senti, you're joking. I know Senti's joking. Imagine if that was a bear market, a bull market top. We need Gunny with the cylinder TA on this move. How would you draw a cylinder from this? What are these cylinders he does? It's like, I don't even know how he draws them. Disjointed channel or something, is it? It's like, I don't know. There we go. We've got a, yeah. Senti with the blasphemy. Yes. We're in a bear market, man. I wonder what these are doing. What's the conclusion? Okay, so Senti drinking game. Every time he makes you worry, take a shot. Yeah. Senti is just the in-house yeah. I wouldn't say troll. He's not a troll. You're not a troll, Senti. You're we like to have fun when we're trading, and yeah. Philo, yes. For my analysis of the stream, I can safely say the conclusion is we're either going up or we are going down. Or we're going sideways. For 6 years. Okay. Wrap up stream. This is what we're going to do. So, Bitcoin comes up, fails, comes back down, gets support. I don't think that will be enough to change market structure. So I do think we eventually come down and sweep the lows before we look for higher prices. I just don't see this V-shaping or getting a change of market structure on the first low, higher low. I think we get a failed attempt first. So if I'm going to just go crazy predictions, I think we do have another move down to take the lows. So that is what I'm going to say. I've just seen Gunny, the cylinder master. I was just assuming that 58,200 should have shown more strength, but we crapped out around the weekly. Yeah. Yeah. We did. 58,200. Yeah, it's really weird what price has done today. I'm going to leave that line on my chart. I'm going to post this into the group just for prosperity. And we will see how it plays out. Yeah, that for me, after looking at the chart for however long, that would be my most likely scenario, I think. What we might do is like form a wedge down onto these lows, which would be kind of nice. So let's bring that down and let's do like a little wedge, and then we make this wedge so we've got a wedge. We're going to have a wedge to sweep the lows, and then we're going to break out. Subscribed. I want to see the outcome. Dusty, yes. Also, if you've just subscribed, if this is the first time, I don't know if it is or if you're just saying you haven't subscribed already. Yeah, come and join us in our Discord community. We've got a very lovely group of traders over there, and we do stuff like that. I wonder if we'll do something more like that. Go bearish, bullish. Who knows? Taron, hey, Taron Kapoor, what's up, Luke? I'm good. I am good. Possibility of an ascending bear flag. Where? What, local? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's... I do think it rolls over. Look how perfectly it's following this, like... Cool. All right. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Whatever Bitcoin does, alts are going to do. Ethereum. Oh my God. Okay, Ethereum is still going higher. I think I need to close my, or at least take profit on my long right now on this. So I've taken profit on my Ethereum long, and that is good. I might short it. I might short it. Yeah. I think I will short it. Again. Yep. Litecoin. I think I'll take... I don't want to take profit on Litecoin yet. What I do on Litecoin, if it comes back to the daily, I will buy that again. But yeah, let's take profit on that now. Link. Yeah. Oops. Let's do that. Yeah, ETH BTC, insane strength, but I just don't believe in that strength anymore. That's yeah. I have gone short on ETH again, just because of that bounce. So it was a nice bounce, and it was a very nice long, but I have gone short on it again now. Take profit on Bitcoin. This is where you need to be taking profit after this bounce, I do think. Yeah, gravity is starting to work again now. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I will be around again tomorrow as usual, and yeah, we'll see how things end up in the morning when we have some more price action. We're going to have, although it's not been a ranging day, so let's forget that. There will be that 80% setup tomorrow. But it's very unlikely we get back into that range at this stage. Whoops. Yep, cool. All right. Oh, God, I keep pressing the wrong button on my keyboard. All right, thanks a lot, guys. And yeah, I will see you all in the Discord, and have a great night. I hope no one got too badly damaged on this dip. All right. Cheers.